Alex first encountered the mysterious stranger named Victor during a Friday evening gaming tournament at a popular esports cafe downtown. He had arrived with a competitive team of friends, but found himself paired with Victor for the doubles bracket when his usual partner called in sick. The chemistry was immediate, two strategic minds working in perfect synchronization to dominate their opponents. As matches progressed, Alex's teammates became absorbed in their own competitions, leaving him alone with this newcomer who demonstrated uncanny gaming intuition. Victor maintained an impressive streaming channel with thousands of subscribers, and his highlight reels showcased incredible gameplay across multiple genres: first-person shooters, strategy games, racing simulators. They exchanged gaming handles and social media contacts before Alex rejoined his scattered team, though he maintained realistic expectations about their future gaming sessions. The established pattern among competitive gamers suggested that tournament partnerships rarely extended beyond the event itself. Players would exchange enthusiastic promises about future collaborations, celebrate victories with genuine excitement, but inevitably return to their established teams without following through. The adrenaline-fueled connection simply faded with a competition high. However, Destiny seemed determined to defy this gaming culture norm. The very next Saturday afternoon, Alex found himself attending his friend Ryan's birthday celebration at a trendy arcade bar. The venue featured vintage gaming machines alongside modern VR setups, and the group had gathered to commemorate another year of Ryan's existence. Alex had posted a victory story on his social media, capturing the moment when everyone cheered his high score achievement. After dominating several classic arcade games and sharing celebratory drinks, Alex felt a familiar presence behind him at the pinball machine. He turned to discover Victor standing there with that same competitive grin, explaining how this particular arcade happened to be his regular weekend training ground. The coincidence seemed extraordinary, though Alex introduced Victor more thoroughly to his friends this time, saying, "You guys should meet Victor from yesterday's tournament." Even though his friends hadn't competed directly with Victor, they had certainly witnessed his impressive performance. As the afternoon evolved, Victor seamlessly integrated himself into their celebration. Everyone was drinking moderately, including Victor, and the atmosphere remained competitive yet friendly. The next significant interaction occurred when Victor extended an invitation for a weekend gaming retreat at what he described as an exclusive mountain cabin with high-speed internet. Alex's competitive gaming had always been limited by his basic home setup, but he harbored ambitions of reaching professional levels. When Victor called early that Tuesday morning with his retreat invitation, Alex accepted despite never having attended such an intensive gaming session. The timing was perfect, literally 2 weeks following their tournament encounter. Alex attempted to recruit several teammates to join the retreat, but they were committed to other tournaments and complained about the remote location. When Alex inquired about Victor's usual gaming partners for such retreats, Victor explained he preferred solo training sessions for maximum focus. Alex realized he had never actually met any of Victor's regular gaming companions, despite Victor's streaming content suggesting he maintained an active gaming community. This detail didn't raise immediate concerns, as many serious gamers preferred isolated practice sessions. They departed on November 10th, with plans to return November 13th. Their evening arrival at the mountain cabin revealed professional-grade gaming setups, multiple high-end computers, racing wheels, VR headsets, and streaming equipment. Victor had clearly invested significantly in creating the ultimate gaming environment. By the time they finished testing all the equipment, exhaustion had overtaken Alex, though Victor seemed energized and ready to begin immediate training sessions. This was when Alex discovered the cabin featured only one bedroom. He had never specifically confirmed the sleeping arrangements, assuming Victor had planned appropriate accommodations for 2 people. When Alex raised this concern, Victor casually pointed to the gaming room's reclining chair, explaining it was designed for comfortable, extended gaming sessions and could serve as a bed. He reassured Alex that the retreat was completely complimentary. A free weekend at a professional gaming retreat seemed too valuable to refuse, regardless of sleeping in a gaming chair. Alex prepared the recliner with provided blankets and settled in for the night. The ergonomic chair proved surprisingly comfortable for sleeping. During the middle of the night, Alex's light sleeping patterns were disrupted by Victor's movement through the cabin toward the kitchen area. Alex simply adjusted his position and returned to sleep. Victor woke Alex early the following morning to optimal gaming conditions, stable internet, perfect lighting, and climate-controlled environment. They began with competitive matches in Alex's strongest game, where Alex quickly discovered his skills were significantly below Victor's level. Victor maintained devastating accuracy effortlessly, laughing and offering strategic advice, while Alex struggled with reaction times and decision-making. They took multiple breaks between gaming sessions, utilizing the time to review recorded gameplay and analyze Alex's performance patterns. After completing their morning training, lasting approximately 4 hours, they needed sustenance. Victor had stocked the cabin with energy drinks and gaming snacks. During their lunch break, they explored the cabin's entertainment options, including a home theater system. Victor suggested they watch some professional gaming tournaments for strategic analysis, but gradually the content shifted to Victor's personal streaming archives. Alex was beginning to recognize Victor's obsession with documenting everything, despite their limited acquaintance. The evening transitioned into more intense gaming sessions, and both men consumed substantial amounts of energy drinks, though Alex seemed to experience crashes faster despite matching Victor's consumption rate. They continued gaming until extremely late hours. Time seemed to distort during intensive gaming sessions, and Alex's concentration became fragmented, Victor adjusting camera angles frequently, and Alex leaving his phone charging beside the gaming chair before losing focus. Alex awakened randomly several hours later with an urgent need for the bathroom and severe dehydration from excessive caffeine. As he moved toward the facilities, he heard a distinct sound, the mechanical clicking of keyboard keys. He assumed Victor was continuing late-night gaming sessions, so he continued to the bathroom. While using the facilities, he heard what sounded like his phone notification chime from the gaming room. After finishing in the bathroom, Alex noticed Victor's bedroom door was closed, but could see light underneath. He knocked gently to check if Victor needed anything, but received no response. Dismissing the incident, Alex returned to the gaming chair and fell asleep easily. The next morning brought a caffeine headache and an immediate observation. His phone was displaying unfamiliar notification patterns. He had left it in sleep mode beside the gaming chair, but now it showed recently opened applications he didn't remember using. Alex questioned his own late-night phone usage, ultimately attributing the activity to his exhausted state affecting his memory. That day, they focused on team-based gaming scenarios where Alex needed to rely heavily on Victor's guidance. Instead of individual competition, Victor insisted on cooperative gameplay modes that required constant communication and coordination. Alex initially enjoyed the collaborative approach, but Victor's control over game selection and strategy became increasingly directive. Their departure was scheduled for 2 p.m. the following day, providing some flexibility for final gaming sessions. They continued intensive training until approximately 1 a.m. Victor insisted Alex should use the bedroom that final night since Alex had been accommodating about the gaming chair arrangement. Alex didn't argue with this generous offer. He moved his belongings to Victor's room, said goodnight, and closed the door without engaging the lock. He noticed the door mechanism was a simple privacy lock that could be easily opened from outside. Alex wished their gaming retreat concluded peacefully, with improved skills and a new training partner. Unfortunately, he awakened during the night. Shortly after falling asleep, the awakening felt prompted by some electronic sound that didn't fully register in his semi-conscious state, like hearing device notifications while technically still asleep. He looked around the room and reached for his phone to check the time, but it was missing from its charging location beside the bed. The charging cable remained connected to the wall outlet, but no device was attached. The phone's disappearance seemed impossible to explain through natural causes. Alex searched both nightstands thoroughly before getting up to investigate. He opened the bedroom door quietly and discovered Victor at the main gaming computer with Alex's phone connected to the system. Victor appeared to be transferring data or accessing applications. When Alex cleared his throat, Victor spun around with a startled expression. "What are you doing with my phone?" Alex demanded. Victor appeared genuinely confused and claimed he found the phone in the gaming room and was simply checking if it needed charging. This explanation seemed implausible because Alex distinctly remembered leaving it in the bedroom. When Alex examined his phone, Victor had somehow bypassed the lock screen and accessed his personal applications. Victor immediately offered the phone back and suggested Alex might have sleepwalked and left it in the gaming room. He recommended Alex return to bed since they had an early departure. This deflection felt deliberately manipulative, and Alex realized Victor had been systematically accessing his personal information. Alex took his phone and returned to the bedroom, definitely engaging the privacy lock this time. His residual exhaustion helped him fall back asleep relatively quickly, though suspicion kept him alert. Once again, Alex hoped this would end their night's disturbances, but his instincts proved correct. He awakened one final time that night when he heard the bedroom door opening despite being locked. The mechanism had been bypassed using some tool or technique. Victor entered the room quietly, apparently assuming Alex remained asleep. Instead of approaching the bed directly, Victor began searching through Alex's belongings, his luggage, jacket pockets, and personal items. Alex remained motionless, observing Victor's methodical invasion of privacy through barely opened eyes. When Victor discovered Alex's backup phone charger, he seemed particularly interested in the device compatibility and specifications. Alex realized Victor was cataloging his electronics and potentially planning to duplicate or monitor his digital activities. This systematic privacy violation felt far more disturbing than simple phone access. Alex waited until Victor left the room before beginning immediate departure preparations. He packed his belongings silently and called rideshare transportation to the nearest town, refusing to spend another minute in that remote cabin with Victor. Alex left a brief note explaining a family emergency required immediate departure, avoiding direct confrontation with someone who had demonstrated such calculating behavior. Alex reached civilization as sunrise began, and despite his exhaustion, anxiety prevented any rest during the long journey home. He spent the travel time changing all his passwords and reviewing his digital security settings. He didn't share the experience with friends until several days later, needing time to process and understand the violation he had experienced. Several teammates responded with concern, pointing out that Victor had always competed alone, despite claiming to have regular gaming partners. This observation prompted Alex to investigate Victor's streaming community more thoroughly. He discovered multiple complaints from other gamers describing similar retreat invitations, followed by privacy violations and digital stalking behaviors. Alex found testimonials from former gaming associates who described Victor's pattern of building trust through impressive gameplay, then systematically harvesting personal information for unknown purposes. These individuals had blocked Victor across all platforms, but warned others about his predatory tactics within the gaming community. Alex realized he had initially perceived Victor as a skilled gamer seeking legitimate competition partnerships, when Victor was actually operating a sophisticated scheme targeting competitive players for personal information theft. Alex continued wondering what Victor had accessed during those phone intrusions, and whether his digital security had been permanently compromised by their weekend encounter. And so, Alex's journey with the digital predator came to an end, revealing that behind the skillful gamer lay dangerous intentions and hidden manipulation, threatening his privacy and digital security. A reminder that not everything that glitters is gold, and the world of gaming hides more than just challenges and fun. If you love spine-chilling horror and mystery stories that keep you on the edge and take you on unforgettable journeys, don't miss out on subscribing to Last Nightmare Tales. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to be the first to hear the latest terrifying and strange tales that will change the way you see reality. Don't let the darkness wait for you alone. Join us with every new story where the real nightmares begin.